on, y'all? So, ahora mismo estoy caminando por la Ciudad de México por la noche. Because I can't really go to sleep right now. I don't really feel like sleeping. So if I don't feel like sleeping, I'm not going to go to sleep. So I decided I'm going to walk around Mexico City at nighttime and share my thoughts on Donald Trump's Build a Wall campaign. Now, love him or hate him, Donald Trump is fucking hilarious. Which probably not. Hold on, let me cross the street here. Shit, hold on. Love him or hate him, Donald Trump is the most hilarious, outspoken, outlandish president of the United States of all time. And right now, this guy is doing everything he can to build a fucking wall on the US-Mexico border. And there's a government shutdown in the United States right now. I even have some people in my family that work for the government and that even are supposed to start working for the government but cannot start their new jobs simply because of the government shutdown due to this whole wall, you know, quagmire, whatever you want to call it. And it's fucked up, man. And Donald Trump has even gone so far, and again, like I know it's fucked up, but to me it's like it's actually funny. He's actually started a GoFundMe campaign to build a wall. And I think the campaign goal is like $5 or $6 billion. I think, again, I'm not 100%, but it's a shitload of money. And last night I checked it out because my woman showed me, and it was like $20 million, which is impressive. Like, that's a shitload of money. I wish when I had my GoFundMe campaign to get my hand surgery, as you guys can see, I got my hand surgery finally. I wish that I could have got $20 million because I'd have a way fucking better camera than this and a much more stylish hat. Anyways, let me get to the point. Out of the 650 videos I made, you know, I've been doing videos for like 3.5 years now. I think I've got like 650 some videos, and I think maybe 5, 6 of them have been politically based. I don't normally talk politics on my channel simply because I'm not the most well-informed person when it comes to politics, and I also don't like to start arguments with people and ignite people's emotions based on politics, but I have to talk about this shit, man. So, what do I think of Donald Trump's wall? You know, people have ladders, people have airplanes, people have boats, people can dig fucking tunnels. You know, with the Colombian cocaine trade back in the 1970s and 80s, how did they get all that cocaine in the United States? You think Pablo Escobar gave a fuck about a wall? Shit. Man, they have fucking airplanes, dude. America needs Mexicans, dude. And not just Mexicans, but El Salvadorians, Guatemalans, Nicaraguans, Costa Ricans, all that shit. South Americans, Bolivians. I've worked in restaurants. I've worked on an alpaca farm. I've worked manual labor jobs, like, you know, various construction style jobs, demolition jobs. And a lot of these jobs are predominantly, for the most part, especially restaurant, back of the house, dominated by Hispanics. Like, in all the restaurants I've worked, the kitchen staff, the dishwashing staff is like pretty much 100% Latino. And when I say Latino, I mean anybody south of the United States border. And what would happen if all these people got deported or couldn't work? Well, America would have a big fucking problem. And you know what's funny is that a lot of these people in the United States who support a wall, who don't want Latinos coming into the United States, they shop at Walmart, they shop at any kind of grocery store, your local chain, Kroger's, Martin's, Ingles, Albertsons, the list goes on. And when you buy your lettuce and your onions and your spinach and all your fruit, where does that shit come from? South of the border. Who picks it? Latinos do, man. It's just so ironic to me. And I do think it's a waste of money. A big argument. We got a little karaoke club coming here, so pardon the noise. I'm gonna continue my rant after I pass this. Check it out, we got a little karaoke club here. I'm not a nightlife guy. I'm not a bar and club guy. But, shit, what was I gonna say? A lot of these people's big argument is that, oh, these immigrants, they don't pay their taxes. These illegal immigrants don't pay their taxes. Now, that might be the case some of the time, because these companies hire people, they pay them in cash or whatever. And it's not the immigrants to blame, it's the companies that hire them to blame, because they are the ones perpetuating the cycle of illegal immigration, of people not paying their fucking taxes. But most often what the case is that these people who come from Latin American countries and Central America, South America, Mexico, they come to the United States, pardon me, and they get a paycheck. But check this out, when tax returns come, they can't get them. They can't get them because they're illegal. Like my woman, for example, she lived in the United States for the majority of her life, but when she first came, she came on a certain type of visa. I'm not sure exactly the visa, but it was a short-term visa basically, and she overstayed her visa. So at a certain point, the money she made on her paycheck, a lot of those taxes she had to pay, she never saw back. And a lot of these Latino immigrants in the United States, a lot of them didn't just come over the border necessarily and sneak. I mean, a lot of them do, don't get me wrong, but a lot of them do come over legally. This is true. A lot of them do come over legally, but they overstay their visa. Now, you can make your opinion on whatever, but they overstay their visa and then they're technically illegal immigrants now. And the taxes that they would get back in a tax return goes right back to the state that they live in. And it's fucked up, man. And you know, I've been living here in Mexico for a month now, and I gotta say, I don't really see... Let me rephrase this. I don't really have an interest in living in the United States anymore. Mexico's pretty sweet, for various reasons, which I'm not going to talk about in this video, but Mexico's pretty awesome. And I think that the number one reason, and really the only reason, that anybody would want to go to the United States and work and live there is for the economic benefit. That's it. The economic benefit, the economic advantage, so they can make more money than they would here in Mexico. Because if you guys didn't know, the minimum wage in Mexico is 10 pesos an hour, which is the equivalent of 50 cents American. So think about that, man. Think about if you work all day and you have a family to support and you make 50 cents an hour, and then you could go to the United States and make, you know, even 7, 8, 9, 10 bucks an hour, even more. Wouldn't you want to go? I sure as fuck would. So I get it. Now, I'm not saying that there's not a problem with, you know, criminals coming over. I think that, you know, there's a certain percentage of people that come over the border illegally and or come over the border legally and overstay their visas, that do come to America with bad intentions, that do come there to, you know, to start a drug ring or to initiate gang violence, etc., etc. But I think the vast majority of people that come over the border and want to come to America come there with good intentions. They simply want to work, make money, contribute to society, send money back home to their family and their native country, and then eventually leave. And the fucked up thing is that America was built on immigration. Predominantly from Europe at first, of course, but from other parts of the world, from Asia, from Africa, the Middle East, the list goes on. And I get that if too many people come over, it can have a negative impact on people's safety. I get that. But is a wall the answer? Another thing is this. You know, the border from Brownsville, Texas to San Diego, California that's essentially the length of the border from, you know, that's essentially like the length of the Mexican-US border, right? How many miles is that? What is that, like 2,000 miles? 2,500 miles, something like that. Where are you gonna get all the fucking material to build all that shit? And secondly, Donald Trump only has, what, 2 more years in office? Now, I have a hard time believing, based on what I understand about Donald Trump's popularity and his approval rate, I have a hard time believing that he, pardon me, it's checking my time. I have a hard time believing that he's going to get a second term. Are they really going to build that entire wall by the time he's done being president? Will the next president equally support that wall just as much as him? I doubt it. I think it's a waste of money, a waste of resources, a waste of workers, just a waste of time in general. A wall ain't gonna solve shit. America needs Mexicans, man. And that's just a cold hard fact. So that's my little rant on Donald Trump's wall, man. I think it's unfortunate because it kind of makes America look bad. It makes America look super racist, prejudiced. And like I said, the vast majority of people coming over are people with good intentions, and they just want to work, man. They just want to make their money, you know. I've worked in plenty of restaurants, and I know that they're all Latino. They're all from Peru, Bolivia, Guatemala, El Salvador, Mexico, all those places. And they're not bad people, man, for the most part. So anyways, man, I don't support the wall, and again, I'm not really one to make political videos, but I just had to talk about this, man, because I feel like talking about it. If you guys have any thoughts, comments, concerns, quandaries, quagmires, conundrums, leave them in the comments below, man. Shoot me an email, guys. nojokestriking@gmail.com.
Bitches.
Also, guys, I'm trying to get Insta famous up in this motherfucker, man. Follow me on Instagram, guys, at Brayton Howard. All that will be in the description box below, in the comment section as well. All the information in the description box. Also, if you guys have any video topics, any problems in your life you want me to discuss in a No Joke Howard video and or my talk show, The B-Hole, I'll be more than happy to, like I said. nojokestriking@gmail.com.
Bitches.
And at Brayton Howard on Instagram, man. Y'all have a good night. Take care. Peace.